Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Tango Conversation with Tony B. We're going to tango with some topics today and we just going to get right into it. Okay, the subject of the day is going to be war against racism. What do you guys think about that? Comment below and let me know what you think about this war against racism. This is a sticky, sticky, sticky topic. And every time we cross a subject like this, it always become a sticky topic. So, um, but it's gotta be. It has to be some type of change because in a way it's getting worse, but then I think it's getting better. I'm hopeful that it's getting better from the rioting and the George Floyd homicide, and I'm hoping that people can come together and fight this racism. But then I think it's getting worse because the social media is out here and there's no penalties for you saying something racist on social media. And that's their platform to be a coward and say what they want to say on social media without any uh, repercussions. So, Mark Zuckerberg or whoever you is that made Facebook, you need to start putting those people that make racist comments in jail instead of you putting people in jail for months just for posting. So if you want to do it that way, they make your racist comments on postings with black people noosing around their necks, and that's not appropriate. But you're not putting those people in jail, so I think you should put those people in jail on Facebook and let them know that you cannot post anything that you want to on social media. Silence is violence. So, Mark, if you ever, ever, ever get to hear this, please take note and do that as far as putting people in jail for racist comments. And comment below and let me know what you think about that because it's like it's getting outrageous with the different pictures and you want to you want to kind of like say something, but it's like why even start this war when the owner should be monitoring that and putting people in jail just like he's monitoring different photos that people share or post and put you in jail. That's my opinion. Comment below if you got something you want to add or if it's something different that you want to say. Just comment below. And I'm just going to add to say a couple things that Al Sharpton said during the memorial of George Floyd. Al said Trump had the Bible, but why don't he open it? That's a true statement. And he say roaches come out in the dark, and he been chasing roaches for a long time. You know, roaches come out in the dark, so they, in other words, they come out in the dark when they think ain't nobody watching, and they do stuff and go back in. He said he been chasing them roaches for years. So. That's what Al Sharpton said. Hashtag to Al Sharpton. Tyler Perry offered his plane to the family. Um, and, excuse me, at Central University, Scott Hagan, he challenged every university to make a scholarship in George Floyd's name for black kids. I like that. I think that's a good idea. And then, hey, it's been, people have different opinions of what's going on. And Trina said people are running around acting like animals. But then she came back and apologized and said that. She apologized because she said she learned a lot from local officials as to why this is happening. Which, you as a black woman, you should already know why this is happening. I understand you talking about the tearing up the property and stuff like that, but acting like animals, that wasn't the proper thing to say. And Masika from Love and Hip Hop, she had something to say about that. She said, pull up and you can get it. She told Trina, pull up and she can get it. I don't condone violence, but people is angry about the different statements that people are making. So be careful of what you're saying. And another statement that Al Sharpton said, he said, just because whether you wear blue jeans or a blue uniform, he say you are not above the law. You cannot just take a person's life and not reap the precautions of being charged, arrested, and convicted. So yeah, comment on that if you want to comment on that. Um, and then Twitter CEO, he pledged $3 million to Colin Kaepernick Know Your Rights camp. I guess, everybody is understanding or trying to understand what Colin was saying way back a long time ago. So I don't know. And then, excuse me, Dwayne Johnson, he said all lives matter, of course, but at this point and moment, we need to say Black Lives Matter. And that is true. Of course, all lives matter. And, who's not going to say that? But right now, we're fighting something as a Black community, and you need to say Black Lives Matter. And that is true. And, Pink also said that it's a shame that we have a president that's not governing us, doesn't respect us, and doesn't represent half of our country. And that's ridiculous. That's why we got to get out here and we got to vote and make sure you put people in there that's willing to listen to you and make change for the better. And Meghan Markle, the um, royal, she said, we have to have empathy, and that's true too. Cops need to have to be humility. Cops need to have humanity. Yeah, and that's true. That is so true. It's just like it's just ridiculous out here. I don't know what it is that you have to do or say for a person to understand that you cannot do certain things in this country. It's freedom of speech, but it's also penalties to what you have say and do. So nobody is above the law. So comment below and let me know what you think about that. Even Amanda Seal, she said, she can't speak the way she want to, so she's leaving the real, and she had an interview with Snoop Dogg, and she was saying that she's starting her own thing because she got her own voice, and that's what us black people have to do now. We have to speak up, and let our voice make the change for us. So yeah, and then also it seems to be um, a thing with this trafficking. So, you know, we got to protect our girls. We got to protect our ladies. Men. I mean, hey, who's ever doing this manipulating or uh, picking up our girls, you got to stop it. And men, you got to make sure you take care of us ladies at all times. Ti put together a PSA on trafficking because Contoya Brown was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Well, she was sentenced to life in prison at the age of 16, but she winded up doing 15 years, and she received clemency in 2017 and was released, and now she's going on to she has a nonprofit that helps trafficking. Yeah. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. So yeah. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the topic today. And go on YouTube at Tango Conversation and like, share, and comment on there. And you can also like, share, and comment on all social media at Tango Conversation. You can email me at tangoconversation@gmail.com if you want to speak on a topic on the show, or if you have some items that you want to sell, or if you have a business that you want to tell social media about. So, thanks for tuning in, and have a good night, and see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love.